Hey my beautiful Taurus peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Sam from CancerMoonsTarot and I'm coming at you with your mid-April 2023 tarot reading. How are you? I hope all is well. Just want to mention before we get started, if you're interested in personal services, products, and so much more, feel free to check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. It's going to be the first link in the description below. Nonetheless though, Taurus, how are you doing? I hope all is well. And let's see what we got going on here for the second half of your April. So what's going to be going on here for the zodiac sign of Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout April, or mid-April 2023. We did have two jumper cards come out. That's going to be the Sun card and the Six of Pentacles. Wow. All right, Taurus, so taking a look at these two energies here. Leo energy showing up here, Earth sign energy here as well. Six of Pentacles, equal give and take, tons of balance, feeling very comfortable. Sun card, of course, being the card here of happiness and positivity. I definitely do get the feeling here that there's a lot of happiness here manifesting between you and someone, or potentially you and something else. You could be very happy at this time with your job, very happy at this time with a person. For some of you, I do see a vacation showing up, so it could be somewhere sunny, right? Maybe somewhere sunny with a nice beach. That might be the case showing up here for you in the second half of April. But regardless, looking like a lot of stability right now, and there's happiness surrounding that stability. All right, let's take a look here at the overall energy of your month, and we're starting out here with the Ace of Swords. So Ace of Swords coming into play here for you. You could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I feel like I'm hearing, it's like I'm seeing the truth now. I think that you're seeing something you certainly did not see before. And that is what's triggering a change here in your life, because naturally when we cannot see what is hidden from us, when we cannot see the occult, which just means hidden, it's very difficult for us to be able to move forward and change. So I get that sense here, Taurus, that you weren't seeing something for a very long time. Now that you see it, the success is in, the success is here. Let's have a look here at your current situation. We have here the Queen of Pentacles. We have here the Seven of Wands, and then we also have here the Hierophant showing up as well. A lot of spiritual energy I feel showing up here at this time, especially for the fact that I mentioned the occult. I didn't necessarily have to say that, but for the fact that it came out, right, which the occult just means what's hidden. So I do feel for some of you, you can be getting more into like the occult practice, more spirituality. You might be finding yourself more on a spiritual path here coming into the second half of your month if that's the case for you, okay? But Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Hierophant. Yeah, I think that a lot of you here have really started to kind of block out certain ways of looking at things and certain perceptions and perspectives. Your perspective here is definitely changing. Queen of Pentacles, you're focusing more on abundance than lack, and that's being very prominently shown here coming into the second half of your month. We do have here the Hierophant. You could potentially have a teacher you're following here jumping into the second half of April. Maybe it's a motivational speaker, or it could be some sort of public figure that, you know, teaches spiritually or just teaches in a way that really resonates well with you. So I do feel like some sort of mentor, teacher coming in here for you. It doesn't have to be like a legitimate mentor, like somebody that you paid for, but could be somebody that you just really, really admire and you follow a lot of their teachings here that could be impacting and helping you see the way, if you will, okay? Maybe you're watching a little bit too much of The Mandalorian and you can't stop saying, this is the way, okay? So either way, Taurus, I definitely get that feeling here for you in mid-April. It's like you're starting to see something for what it is. And you didn't see it that way before. You know, your perspective is totally changing. In Seven of Wands, you're starting to push away those negative perceptions and perspectives. And Hierophant card, you're really starting to work and commit towards seeing things in the way of abundance. I really feel like that's showing up here at this time. Clarify for me the Seven of Wands. What kind of perspective is Taurus pushing away? Jumping into mid-April, what kind of perspective is Taurus pushing away? We have here the Nine of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. I think for some of you, there was an energy of reliance on others and an energy of reliance on the external. And I think that that's put you in a position, Taurus, where it's been very hard to see success when you've relied a lot on others. You know, at the end of the day, you can rely only so much on other people, but nobody's ever going to be as motivated as you. Nobody's ever going to make sure they're on top of themselves and on their shit as much as you're going to be for yourself. You know, I can ask a person, hey, can you do this thing for me? And they can make me wait weeks before they go ahead and do it. But if I had the skill set and if I knew I could do it, I'd get it done within the hour, right? So there's a major difference here between waiting and relying on people externally versus relying on yourself, because when you're relying on yourself, you're more self-motivated. So I get the sense here for some of you guys, you were relying on other people for a while. That's definitely something that's going to be cut out here, jumping into the second half of April. Whether you were relying on people in business, relying on people in love, relying on people in friendships, you're really starting to rely more on yourself. Now, the Hierophant card is interesting because it is the card of becoming a student in a way as you admire the master. So for some of you guys, you certainly could be picking up new ideas and you certainly could be picking up new talents. I do get the feeling for some Taurians, instead of relying on other people to do something for you, you go out there and learn it instead. For example, for me with my YouTube channel, I was very self-taught with everything I did. I don't have an editor. I don't have somebody to make thumbnails for me. I don't have somebody to, record for me. Like everything I do for the channel, I literally do myself, right? Channel, website, everything is all me. So everything I learned from watching like YouTube videos just so that I knew how to do it. I could sit here and pay somebody to do things for me. And at the end of the day, I would be putting my trust in another person to do things as expected as I would do them, especially as expected in reference to time. I can go pay somebody to make me a thumbnail or edit a video, and I might need that video and thumbnail same day. They might come back to me and say, listen, sorry, it's going to take a good 2 days. I got other people to take care of. Am I on the top of their priority chain? Maybe, maybe not, but I know I'm certainly on top of my priority chain, right? So at the end of the day, I'm like, fuck that. I know I'm going to get it done because I know that I'm going to be on top of myself and what it is I got to do. So I do see some of you guys, instead of relying on other people, you're going out, learning new skill sets and doing things for yourself, okay? But regardless, let's have a look here and see what you should be aware about in mid-April. So we got here a King of Swords. We also got here the Emperor. We have here the All Gifted card coming out, and we have here the Fool card showing up as well. So taking a look at what to be aware about in mid-April. King of Swords here and the Emperor. Yeah, this is the energy of being the big boss, being in control. And, energy here with the King of Swords is also the energy of discipline. So I do see for many of you, you're going to be a heck of a lot more disciplined than you felt in quite some time. I feel like you're staying on top of yourself. Whatever I need to get done, I'm getting done. There's going to be zero distractions and zero reliance on anybody else. You're holding yourself accountable, is what you're saying here at this time. All Gifted card to the Fool card. You know your worth, you know your value, you know you have gifts and you have talents. And those talents and gifts need action. They need to be watered, okay? Like they are crops and plants. So I definitely see what you're going to be aware about here, or what to be aware about, is that watering your plants and watering your crops here is incredibly important coming into mid-April 2023. I definitely feel that the more that you stay on top of things, Taurus, the more success you're going to see. Now, I want to go ahead and get into the Ace of Swords for a second, because this was the main card that said, Taurus, you're having a breakthrough. You're seeing things differently. I think one of the major things you're seeing different is that I don't want to rely on like other people externally anymore. I need to rely more on myself. But tell me about this Ace of Swords. Clarify it. Give me more information about it. We do have here the Ten of Wands. We have here the Death, and we have here the King of Cups. For some Tauruses, it could be that maybe emotionally you relied on other people, and I've definitely been there before. I used to be a person who really needed a lot of consistent validation from others, and I felt like if I didn't have that consistent validation, then my ego was very shot, it was bruised, but most importantly, I just didn't feel good about myself. But that was also because I just never did feel good about myself. I didn't learn how to love myself and feel good and comfortable and confident in who I was. So because I've had all that lack, anytime somebody would give me a compliment, anytime somebody would reinforce positivity towards me, like I grabbed onto that and held onto it so tightly and really valued that opinion of other people. So I do feel for some of you, that could have been a situation you were going through where you relied on the external too much. Maybe you relied a lot on the praise of other people, okay, or the love from other people, or the support. And keep in mind, it's okay if that's happened, because like I said, I've been there before. There's never going to be any room of judgment coming in here for me. So just know that, okay? But if that was your case, Taurus, you definitely start to see how burdensome that kind of life is, right? It's a very burdensome life, relying on other people in general, but relying on other people for validation sucks. I hated it. And it wasn't like I got validation every day. It was like a rarity, when I was, in a big place of self-hatred and unhappiness, somebody complimenting me was like one in like every 6, maybe 8 months, you know what I'm saying? So it's like when I got that confidence boost, okay, at the time, before I found out that confidence comes from within, it made me feel good for like 2 seconds, right? So overall, Taurus, I think that whether it was about needing the confidence or needing the validation from others, or needing that kind of external love to be able to make you feel like you're important and loved in general, whether that was your case or whether it was something different, you're realizing something here has to change. Because the more I keep relying on everything outside of me, the more and more burdened I become, Ten of Wands, the more and more hurt I become. And of course, here with the King of Cups, what you're really after here at this time is you're really after fulfillment. But most importantly, you're after being in a space where you can feel grounded emotionally, do the things that you want to do and not have to feel like you're held back or not have to feel like you need anyone or anything to be happy. It's about finding that happiness within yourself. Yeah. And I think that's the key, you know? When you can be happy within yourself, or when you can be reliant upon yourself, you know that in life you're going to get things done, and you know in life you don't need anything else or anyone else to fulfill you. I always tell people in terms of happiness, right? I think it's awesome, by the way, to have a lot of great friends that love you and support you, to have great family that love and support you, to have great partners that love and support you. But what I think is most important is that we have to first become happy and confident and comfortable within ourselves, and everybody else that brings that to our lives is just an added bonus. You know, if we can kind of look at our lives in the perception of we must be feeling all the things we want to feel from within first, and then if other people bring in those feelings, it's nothing but just a bonus, we're going to be living a very happy and positive and amazing life. But if we're always relying to feel the things we want to feel from other people, then we're always going to be like an addict, you know, wanting to come back for more, needing it constantly because it's something we crave. And because we feel such a depletion and a lack within it, that's why we crave it so much, especially from the external. Okay. All right, Taurus. I know we've talked about this a lot so far. Let's see if there's anything else, though, that you need to be made aware about before I move forward with your reading. Is there anything else Taurus needs to be made aware about in the second half of April? Six of Pentacles coming up here, Four of Pence showing up too, and the Hermit. Six of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, and the Hermit card. 6 plus 4 is 10, so that's 10 of Pentacles showing up here for you. I think you're recognizing Six of Pentacles. The way to get to the 10, the most balanced way to get to the ultimate stability is going to have to be focusing on myself. And of course, what do we have here? We have the Hermit card, and the Hermit card coming into play here for you. Sorry guys, my face was over somewhere else. Okay, but my face is back. And at the end of the day, with the Hermit card showing up here, that is the card here of sticking to you, sticking to what you got to do, hunkering down and getting it done. So your basic guidance here jumping into mid-April is like, if I focus on me right now, if I continue to work on me, I'm going to be successful. If I rely on me, I'm going to be successful. If I become self-motivated, I'm going to find all the success in the world I need. Okay? All right, Taurus, love it. Let's see if the universe has any advice for you. All right, is there any advice coming in here from the universe for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout the second half of April. First card is going to be the Six of Cups. Learn from your past. Pay close attention. Don't look and reflect on your past in a manner of wishing to go back there. Don't look and reflect on your past in a manner of getting triggered or upset. You know, accept your past for what it was, but look at what you've learned from it and apply that growth into your day-to-day, okay? So look at your past is what the universe is saying, and see where you need to grow, because your past is always going to be an indicator of what needs to be changed. And especially if your past is having repetition in the present moment, then that's an indicator of what needs to change too. We have here Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is the energy of change within itself. It represents things turning around in life. So I do feel that the universe here is saying at this time, Taurus, things are going to turn around for you. With the Lover's card showing up for you, as well as with the Five of Wands showing up for you, I think the universe wants you to kind of detach and break away right now from, you know, once again, connecting with others. This is the time to be more self-reliant, but I also think too, this is the time to kind of reassess, what do you really truly love and what do you really truly need? I think a lot of the time, you know, we tend to love the things we want most. And I think that if we could start to recognize that the things we want most, we can already find within ourselves, maybe you're going to notice that the things you once really loved and cared for aren't that much more important anymore. So there's going to be a big perspective change coming in here in reference to what you hold to a high degree of value in mid-April 2023. And I feel like the universe is trying to tell you to reassess what it is you value, what it is you cherish, what it is you desire going forward. Of course, there are some things we need to achieve externally. That is our relationships, right? And things of that nature. And those are totally fine and healthy to have. But I think that the universe in a way kind of wants you to reassess, like, well, if I'm in a space right now where it's like, I'm, you know, getting all the things I need from within myself, then what kind of relationship do I want to be in? Because at that point, you don't want to attract somebody who's codependent. You don't want to attract somebody who needs, you know, you or needs to rely on you. You want to attract a person now who's in this individual space too. So it's like, check in with what you're looking for now. You know, because it's going to be much different than the past. All right, Taurus, having a look here at the overall outcome for you for mid-April 2023. What's going to be the overall outcome here for Taurus? And what do we got? We got here the Nine of Wands, and we got here the Eight of Cups. Love that for you, man. Really, really do. You're walking away from everything that held you back. Point blank period, Taurus. Yeah. I think one of the main factors, and I know it's repetitive, guys, but I think one of the main factors was the reliance of the external. Now you are self-reliant. Now you are self-confident. Now you are taking action. If there's something that someone else did better before, you're figuring it out and doing it better. You know, if you needed attention and validation and love from other people, you're giving yourself the attention, validation, and love that you need. And you've recognized that everything I've always felt like I've lacked and needed, I could have found this entire time within myself. And now that I've found this, within myself, every ounce of what comes towards me is an added bonus, Taurus, beautiful, guys. Love it for you. Happy that you're seeing the truth. Happy that you're having this moment of clarity. It's a very important time in one's life where they get to this point where it's like, man, I'm done chasing what I feel like I need when it's all right here. It's all inside me, It's a really important moment, and I think it's going to change a lot for you going ahead in the future, okay? So Taurus, I love you guys. Hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you very much for spending time with me. I really appreciate it. If you are new here, definitely consider subscribing. I'd be more than happy to welcome you here into the Soul family. I do want to mention as well, once again, guys, if you're interested in personal readings, products, and so much more, check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. It's going to be the first link in the description box below. But Taurus, have a lovely day. Have a great rest of your April. And I'll see you in the next video. Much love, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.